This is KCCK's Culture Crawl. I'm Dennis Green, and my guests today are from the upcoming Tournament of Drums Drum Corps competition at Kingston Stadium. Nancy Andreessen and Jennifer Vick. Ladies, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Now, before we talk specifically about the event, you are both veterans of Drum Corps, and in fact, you marched together?
Mm-hmm. We did back in with the Emerald Knights Drum Bugle Corps from Cedar Rapids. And my first year was 1982, and I marched 82, 83, 84, and I think I met Jen.
Yeah, in 82. I started in 81 and went through 83.
So what was it as youngsters, what attracted you to Drum Corps?
Well, I was involved in color guard with my high school band and also with the Hawkeye Marching Band, and I was just interested in taking it to another level, which Drum Corps was. You know, they were doing a lot harder tricks and things like that, so I was interested in learning more. And then once I got into it, I just loved the whole competition aspect of it and the traveling around and competing and the pursuit of excellence.
Yeah, and I had just started taking drum lessons and had gotten a drum set, and I had a friend who was actually in the horn line, and he suggested that I check out Emerald Knights, and so I joined the drum line. I played cymbals the first year, and then into the bass drum line.
Now, of course, Cedar Rapids had the Emerald Knights Drum Corps for years and years and years, so many people will remember Drum Corps fondly and will have maybe seen the Knights. But for those who aren't familiar and maybe have just seen a marching band at a football game, Drum Corps is an entirely different level.
Right. The drum corps have all summer, all day long rehearsals to perfect their show. So the complexity and skill and demand level is much, much higher in the drill, in what the color guard is doing, and what the percussion horn area and the horn line can do. It's just a much higher level.
It's almost like a choreographed dance routine.
Yeah.
While you are playing the instruments.
Right. And then, a lot of the horn lines are doing a lot of choreography now. It's not just marching. They're actually joining in and doing a lot of the body movement as well. So,
Ginger Rogers once says, I have to do everything Fred Astaire did, only backwards and in heels. And in Drum Corps, it's a lot the same way. We dance just as hard as they do on stage for a show or a show choir, but we do it while playing horns.
Yes, for sure.
So tell me a little bit about this year's tournament.
Yeah, so the tournament this year will be, again, at Kingston Stadium on Saturday, August 5th. It'll start at 7 p.m., and we have a lineup of 7 drum corps, and this actually will be the first time for Tournament of Drums since we've brought it back to Cedar Rapids. This is our 3rd year back. People might remember having it throughout the 80s and the 90s, a big show. But this
without a drum corps of our own,
right?
It's to getting it back took a little bit of doing.
It did. And so this year we are a seating competition. So we'll have just 7 drum corps that will compete, and will determine the lineup in the semifinals the following weekend. I think in Indiana.
Yeah, it's actually 2 days later.
2 days later.
Yeah, and that Monday is the prelims, and so it will help determine how the corps go on for the prelim competition.
And there are some local young people who are involved in some of these drum corps from other communities, yes?
Right, yeah, there's some kids that are from the area that are in the Colt Cadets, Drum and Bugle Corps from Dubuque, and they could be in other ones too that we're not aware of.
Mm-hmm.
So who is coming then? You mentioned the Colt Cadets from Dubuque.
Right, and we have the Vanguard Cadets, which are from California, and they were last year's second place finalists in the open class, and they finished pretty far up in world class too. They were really good. Let's see, we have another couple of open class finalists from last year, the Spartans from New Hampshire, and the Guardians from Houston, Texas, and we also have Gold from San Diego, Shadow from Wisconsin, and then Leiston Tour from Canada.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So you talk about travel. I mean, we have people coming thousands of miles to participate in this.
Yeah. Sleeping on gymnasium floors in a variety of schools throughout the country.
And on the buses overnight. And,
working really hard every day, just doing amazing things. So really building a lot of character and just perseverance, in young people. And it's just a great opportunity for them to really springboard them into, I think, really great things as adults. And it's really, I think, an exciting activity.
How has the response been from the community to bringing the tournament here?
It's been
It's been great.
Yeah.
Our crowds have been awesome the last 2 years and so supportive, and they, really applaud for everything. And the drum corps themselves have really appreciated that and thought it was amazing to have such a great crowd. And last year, the open class corps directors voted the Tournament of Drums the top show sponsor
Wow.
for open class. So,
Wow.
and I think that's due in large part to our audience, which
Yeah.
is great. So we're
Yeah.
hoping we get a lot of those same great people out and some
Yeah.
new ones too.
So obviously you two come from a drum corps background and just didn't want to let it go, wanted to see it coming back to Cedar Rapids. Is the greater goal to maybe field our own drum corps from the region at some point?
Well, that would be pretty ambitious because the drum corps, I mean, it's multi-million-dollar budget. So
Wow.
yeah, yeah. So, but we do have did start the Iowa Music and Arts Association, and we're going to start out with a drum line locally. So I think we'll probably perform locally, and then I think the goal is eventually to be a competitive indoor percussion line.
Great. Okay.
Yeah. And I would just add about community support. We have some really great sponsors again this year. And also one of the things that's really interesting and I think fun for the students who come to town with these drum corps is we've had support from Quaker and General Mills providing granola bars and different fruit roll-ups, and we give them that's the trophy that we present at the end of the night when they are scored and everything.
It's made of food?
And it's made of food. And so, and then we provide, and then they, like Quaker and General Mills, provides large quantities, boxes and boxes and cases of great food produced right here in Cedar Rapids. And we've had great sponsors like the Theater Cedar Rapids, Stonefield Investments, both Mount Mercy University and Coe College are sponsors this year. Midwest Metal Products, Limo Link, Aronson Law Office, Gearing Orthodontics, Mylar Wind Repairs, and Master Packing and Rubber Company. So we've got lots of community support and just really wanting to show these kids coming to count. We'll have nearly 900 to 1,000 kids coming from these drum corps to Cedar
And
Rapids.
probably some parents and support people too.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right, and they were very excited by the fruit roll-ups and cereal and all that. They're like, yes, they were really thought that was great.
Yeah.
So Saturday, August 5th
Right.
at Kingston Stadium. How do people get tickets?
You can get tickets at the gate are $15, and children 5 and under are free. And you can also get tickets in advance for $13 at West Music and Hillsbank locations, and mostly in Cedar Rapids, I think, right?
Yep, and I think throughout North Liberty and Corville, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and Corville, yeah. Yeah.
And is there a website where people can visit to find out more about these corps?
It's www.tournamentofdrums.com.
Okay. Nancy and Jennifer from the Tournament of Drums coming up Saturday, August 5th. Well, good luck with it. We'll hope for good weather, but I suspect that these corps march rain or shine.
They do.
Yep.
Yep.